Hi, my name is Lottie, and I help content creators increase their income by 50% using tax and accounting strategies, deducting expenses, so that they can put money back into their content, creating higher value content, and yeah, putting money back into their business. So I'm a content creator slash tax strategist. I can explain more how I got that 50% number as well. Because one thing about me, I'm not gonna just throw numbers out there. I can definitely prove, in numbers, how I can increase your income as a content creator to 50%. So today we're going to discuss the top 8 mistakes to avoid in order to be a successful content creating broadcasting business. Um, tax tax edition. Um, so sorry, I'm over here sitting on the dang freaking stool over here. But anyway, but don't let my background discourage you guys. I'm over here. I had to do some packing up and everything. So mistake number one. Okay, well, I just want to give you guys a brief story. When I filed my LLC, um, I I made a mistake. Basically, I did not file any taxes for that LLC. Um, because I assumed that you didn't need to file tax in order to, if you didn't make any income. That is not true. Once you register with the state, you are letting them know that you have a business and that you do need to file your tax. So that is mistake number one to avoid. When you file your LLC, you must file your tax, and you just put zero, literally zero. If you made $1, put $1 on there. It's not gonna make or break you. If you missed a year, I wouldn't say that the IRS is gonna come at you, but it's best to just be safe. Mistake number two is omitting expenses. So omitting meaning leaving out, and not expenses, I'm sorry, leaving out sponsorship gifts. So a lot of one consistency is key, right? Once you establish yourself as a content creator and you grow your following, you most likely will find a sponsor, somebody where you can market their business. So, like, for example, I have these Dre Beat headphones, but it has a POF logo on it. So POF is a dating site. It's like Plenty of Fish. It's a streaming site. Now they didn't give me these headphones for to promote their business. I got these because I won a contest. So I don't need to include the value of these headphones on my income. But let's say that they gave me a pair of headphones to promote their headphone business. If it was a headphone business, I don't know if I'm giving the best example here. You want to put the fair market value of the product, of the gift, quote unquote, on your tax return. What do I mean? So these beats are $300. I want to include the fair market value on the day that I received the gift, not the day I filed taxes, the day that I received the gift as income. So I would put $300. I would add $300 as on my income tax for the value of the headphones, if that makes sense. So that's mistake number two to avoid. Mistake number three to avoid is assuming that you do not need to file tax just because you did not receive a 1099 non-employee compensation form, so 1099 NEC. A lot of people assume because they didn't make 600 or more that they don't need to file tax. You don't need to. The company that you do business for, you don't need to. How to explain it? Receive a 1099 form from them in order to keep track of your own income. So, POF, for example, Plenty of Fish, they'll send out forms. If you made 20K a month. No, I'm sorry, 20K in a year. That'd be nice. I think the average content creator does make about 30K a month. But we'll get more into that later as I discuss the numbers. So when I was working for POF, well, not working for them, I was streaming with them, which actually did pretty well. I just got on there for fun. I wasn't really looking to get into any kind of like streaming, because streaming was supposed to be fun, but once it started to like more work is when I knew I was like, okay, I must have stepped my game up a little bit. But anyway, I was making 2,500 a month with them for like, I want to say 4 months. Reason why I was only 4 months is because they went out of business. But do I not file that 2,500 a month, which is what, 6,000? I think about 6,000. Just off the top of my head, do I not file that 6,000 just because? Or I'm sorry, do I not report that 6,000 just because I didn't make 20, or just because I didn't get a 1099? No, I still report that 6,000. How do you prove income? Your bank statements. Wherever you are receiving payments, wherever you're getting paid, that's your those are your records, your proper records as where you're receiving your income, if that makes sense. It's been a while since I did one of these videos for taxes. The reason why I wanted to niche it down, and I'm ADHD too, y'all, so bear with me. But the reason why I wanted to niche down to content creating is because I hated just niching down to one thing when it came to taxes. Taxes are already kind of boring, so I wanted to kind of spice it up a little bit. I was like, okay, well, let me do a content creating tax plan for content creators. To help you guys increase your value. So I can explain more how I got the number. But anyway, so mistake number 4? Omitting expenses. So leaving out expenses. You want to lower your liability as much as possible. So why pay the IRS more than what you're obligated to pay them when you could put that money back in to your business, So for example, you need to be able to determine your cash flow. Where are you spending too much money? Where can you cut back on? What can you spend more on? That's going to take your business to the next level. I do give out free tax advice. I'm a firm believer that if it's easy to pay taxes and it's easy for them to take our money and it's easy to access, it needs to be easy to understand too. And it needs to be readable, understandable, and the IRS code is very difficult. It's the tax terms that are difficult. But anyways, so that's mistake number 4. Leaving out expenses. Let's see, mistake number 5. What is mistake number 5? Tax planning. Not adding tax planning to your business. So how do you add tax planning to your business? Well, you want to start at the beginning of the year. What expenses are you going to have? Should you get a retirement plan? Because there's benefits with that. How should you incorporate your business? What's the best structure to incorporate your business as? Is it an LLC? LLCs don't get double tax. They don't pay federal. You're only paying personal on the federal on the personal side. So that's tax planning. Right there is 37% of your income that you are not having to pay, because it depending on how much you make. So if I make 100K and I have an LLC, I'm not going to have to pay 37% of federal tax on the business side, just the personal. So that's tax planning. You want to not have to pay them anything. And you want to make it easy. It makes tax filing season so much more easy. Some people still sitting on that old little chair. I mean, let's say they're old chairs. Some people got their little background looking like a little rough draft because they're not focusing on taking their business to the next level, which is adding tax planning. They want this new chair. What's that little cute chair, little pink chair? I like the little, what is it, the ears? I thought that was cute. I actually kind of want to get me one of those, like $100 something. But if you're a streamer and you're making the money, you need to just upgrade your stuff a little bit, you know. Um, but okay, mistake number 6. I believe this was number 8, but I'm just skipping because I forgot the other 2. Not hiring a tax professional. Um, you don't. I would say hire a tax professional if you are intimidated by big numbers and filing your own taxes. Anyone can do taxes. You don't have to go to school for it. Um, but I advise, if you are nervous, you're scared of big numbers, or you just want to learn, tax law and the best way to go about filing your taxes, hire a tax professional. Number, there's 2 more. There's 2 more. I'm going to pause it and we are back. So, number 6, business code. Putting the wrong business code. You're a broadcasting content network creator. So the business code is 516. When you guys go and register for an LLC, that is your business code, 516. So avoid putting the wrong business code when you're registering for an LLC or when filing your taxes, because they'll ask you for the business code too. I think that was 6 or 7. We'll say the 7th. The 7. So the 7th mistake to avoid is not making estimated tax payments. So we can't tell the future, right? We can't tell how much money we're going to make before the year even happens. Well, estimated tax payments are kind of like paying ahead of time on your business. So there's 4 times a year that you make estimated tax payments. So the first one is, I'm so sorry, hold on, what is it? So, there's 4 of them. So I know it's it's April 15th. Then you have July 15th, September 15th, and then January. I got to get the exact dates, but there's four times a year where you pay taxes on your self-employed business. So if I'm planning, so this is where tax planning comes in. If I'm foresighting my business, like, you know what? I don't know how much my business is going to make in 2024. But you know what? Last year it made like 100,000. So it might make 100,000 this year. I don't know. You kind of want to go off of last year, or just set up what you feel your business is going to make. And that will determine how much tax liability that you're liable for on your business for that year. So that's estimated tax payments are like kind of paying ahead of time, if that makes sense. Or you can wait for tax filing season and file like the rest of us, which is April 15th. You can make one big lump sum payment. A lot of businesses like to make payments as the year goes to keep from having to make one big ass payment on April 15th. Excuse my language. So I hope I explained that right. If I didn't, I do give free tax advice. So feel free to DM me on my Instagram. I will leave the link below. And mistake number 8, just have fun with it. Don't let the numbers intimidate you. If you know 5th grade damn math, you can file a tax return, okay? It's the tax law that's what they want us to take out of it, but what they want us to learn. So just have fun with it. I feel like you don't really need to create an LLC yet. I would say wait until you have like $1,000. Which I actually do have a free course on how to create your own LLC. I don't like to pass out free LLCs like that. You know what I mean? because I don't want you guys to register the wrong way. If you need to hire a registered agent company, I advise to do that. You don't need to hire a registered agent company. You could be a registered agent. I could be your registered agent. Your mom could be a registered agent. You know, a lot of registered agents won't tell you that. They'll tell you, oh, your business needs a registered agent, and then explain nothing else after that, and you lost in the sauce. Like, oh, well, okay, cool. It's like you don't really need a registered agent company, but I advise one if you don't have a lot of time, right? Because what a registered agent company is a good address and a good phone number to get in touch with you in case your business is sued. So we'll get more into that in another video. But yeah, so that is the top 8 mistakes to avoid and to increase your income by 50%. Okay. 37% of it is creating an LLC so you don't have to pay federal. 37% is the highest tax rate bracket on the tax bracket. So that's 37% of my 50 that I had said earlier. Again, I'm not going to throw a number. And expenses. I'm not going to throw a number out there and say, oh, I can make you $100,000 in a year, and not be able to explain in full detail, or even come from a place of where I've done it myself. You know, like I told you guys, I was making $25 a month on POF. If I haven't already done it myself and I'm not doing it, I'm not going to tell you guys how to do it, because it could be discouraging for the viewer. You know, if I'm over here telling you guys to get your background together and mine's looking like a rough draft, and that's discouraging, you know. So I want to motivate people. I want to educate people. I do feel like tax law should be free. It is free, but it's not free and easy to understand. And please follow me on Instagram. If you have any questions, please feel free to, you know, DM me. I help all content creators. I didn't really niche down, because they always tell you got to niche down. You know, I was like, oh, should I do TikTok creators? Like, no, I'm just doing all creators. I don't want to niche down. I like to do, there's a bunch of, I'm ADHD, so I like to do a bunch of shit. Okay. But, again, my name is Lottie, and I hope you guys have a fabulous day, and, good luck to your career and success. Again, gosh dang, I forgot what I was going to say. Consistency is key. It's key. It's key. It's key. Work. We got a whole new breed of kids out here. They working. Not my days, I didn't work like they do. So y'all know how to work. But anyways, I'm not going to hold you guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. Bye-bye.